Hey guys, how are you? All right, so Scorpios, welcome back. So I am back in town now, so we're finally able to get back into the normal rhythm of things. Normally I do at least 2 videos for every zodiac each week, but while I was away for a whole week, I didn't get to do any of them. So we're just getting back into the swing. So this is your first video of the week. You guys will be getting at least one more this week. I always let my audience decide if they want 3 videos in a week. They can let me know, but unless I get enough requests for it and enough views, I don't do 3 for each zodiac, only for those that are really interactive and let me know that they want them. So it's always up to you guys, just so you know. But yeah, I would love to do 3 for you, but I let you decide if you want them. So thank you guys for being here. Let's go ahead and jump on in. I just changed decks. I don't know. I didn't want the one I was holding. I don't know why, but Scorpio, I feel like starting out in a totally different pattern for you than I did for any other zodiac. By the way, on June 10th, I will be going live on my channel and doing some free reads for subscribers and doing some giveaways. So don't miss out on that. Okay. All right. Where do we begin? Oh, we begin with the typewriting monkey. We begin with Shakespearean monkey, no less. This could be a storyline that begins with somebody who's trying so hard to find just the right words. They want to come across with this prose and this. Hi, Monica. Wonderful to see you here also, sweetheart. It's always a delight to see you. This character seems to want to find just the right words. And they may be feeling very much like nothing comes out right. You know, how do I, explain the fact that I see someone as a rose. I see them as so beautiful. I see them as, they want to be eloquent. They want to express their emotions. And it's almost like their words are insufficient to do so, or they feel foolish. They feel like no matter what I write, no matter what I type out, it doesn't carry the thoughts or the feelings that I'm trying to get across, and I feel foolish with the things that I want to say. This could be somebody who's never been very romantic or poetic before, and maybe they've been struck with the love bug. Maybe they feel very poetic towards Scorpio, but man, they are having a hard time getting those words out. I feel like this person keeps trying to type it out. It's like their poor little head hurts because it's like, how do I say what I feel? How do I do that? They want divine inspiration because this card is number 7. They would like very, very, very much to figure out, how do I express what I feel inside? Kind of think that's sweet that they're putting that much effort into it. Hold on. We just got a 6 of coins and we got the Empress. Oh, well, that makes sense as to why they're struggling so much. It's because how would they not? They want to express to an Empress that I want to give to you. I want you to give to me. I want to be the person that you can count on, that you can rely on. I want you to see me as your equal. But first I have to tell you how I see you so you understand. I don't just want you to like randomly give me your number so we can text back and forth. I want you to know that like I see you as 1 in a billion. I see you as, like the moon among the stars. There's only one moon, at least for Earth, right? There isn't anyone who shines brighter. There isn't anything that dominates my sky more than thoughts of you. So I want to be that for you as well. It's like, how do they, because they really want to like convey to this Empress that I want you to see me the same way. Do you see me the same way? That's what we're getting down to. I mean, this almost feels like somebody wants to know, do you see me as marriage material? Well, in that case, why don't they just propose? I'm sorry. I'm totally just like jumping on in with my 2 cents, aren't I? Norma, see you. Wonderful to see you, darling. Thank you guys for your patience in the time I've been away and didn't do any Scorpio reads. Look, we got the Sun card in the reverse. This person is like, they are not clear on, maybe they haven't yet figured out that that's authentically what they want, is to figure out, will this person marry me? Will Scorpio marry me? I don't know how to tell them how I feel about them. Maybe they've never felt this way before. I mean, they certainly have never written poetry before. They certainly haven't ever felt feelings that they couldn't put into words before. They haven't maybe ever met an Empress before, and they don't know how to ask, will you give to me? Do you see me in the same light that I see you in? they don't have clarity on what it is they're trying to get out of their mouths. Hold on, we got to help this person. We got to help this character. Okay. Character, how do you really feel about the Scorpio? You feel Page of Swords, captivated. They can't stop watching. They can't stop looking. They keep it's a little bit, without sounding creepy, it's like their world is kind of saturated with thoughts of Scorpio. They want to be in Scorpio's world. They want to like be around the Scorpio. They want their energy to be like they're observing and they're absorbing more and more of Scorpio's energy. I feel, you know, that song, is it Kenny Loggins? Something about if that girl's got into your blood, you know, you go out and get it, go out and get her, or something like that. It's a Kenny Loggins song, but it's something about that. I think it was a 1950 song first, right? I know something about love. You gotta want it bad. And I can't remember all the lyrics right now. It's just that line, you know, if they got into your blood. I feel like Scorpio got into this person's bloodstream and they can't put their finger on why did Scorpio have this massive effect on me. I don't think this person is used to stuff like that. We got an Ace of Coins. We got a Nine of Wands. This could have been somebody who was pretty crusty and was like, oh, love, smub. I don't do love. I don't feel that way about anybody. And all of a sudden, some part of them has been reawakened. This is like a wounded warrior. This could be somebody, they could be a divine masculine, doesn't have to be, but we do see someone who has been, I think is why they're so stunned or struck by the fact that they feel all these feelings about Scorpio when they really thought, I think that part of them was never going to be reawakened or was dead and gone, or just love wasn't for them. And instead they've been like reanimated. They've had life breathed back into them. How do they explain all of that to the Scorpio? Especially when I don't know that Scorpio has any clue that this person is over here having all these massive emotions. Let's talk to Scorpio and ask them. Scorpio, what are you? No, Scorpio, we need a third eye over here. Tell me about Scorpio. How are they feeling about this person? What are they picking up from this person, if anything? Seven of Cups. I don't know. They confuse the heck out of me. Temperance in the reverse. Yell, Ruben, wonderful to see you. Thank you for sharing your coffee funds with me. Yell, you're so wonderful. Thank you, darling. Say hello to Noah and Aram for me. Hi, Pam Jam. I just saw you out there. So our Scorpio is over here saying they confuse the heck out of me. I don't know what to think of them. Honestly, we haven't exactly had a vibe that let me be able to pick up on whatever they were putting down. So the Scorpio has not recognized what this person's like emotions are toward them, which that makes sense only because right now what is in my mind is from the Wizard of Oz when they encounter the Tin Man and the Tin Man's all rusted and they start to, you know, like figure out what they're supposed to do, and he keeps saying oil, but because he can't open his mouth, it takes a while for her to be able to hear what he's saying, right? And to understand, oh, he needs to be lubricated again, right? It's almost like the Scorpio has met the Tin Man and the Tin Man is trying to convey a message, but the Scorpio's like, I can't hear what they're saying. It's really confusing. I don't know if they like me or they don't like me. They're kind of acting strange. And it's because they're just now being reawakened after their heart being rusted shut for a really long time. And they themselves don't quite know how to express what's going on. And the Scorpio certainly is not picking up on the vibes that they're putting out because their vibes are kind of confusing. You know, Death card in the reverse. I feel like Scorpio is just saying, well, this is Scorpio, right? And it's in the reverse, meaning they themselves, I don't get it. I can't figure out if this person has interest in me or not. By the way, that card, oh, that just gave me the shivers. I'm sorry. I'm not a fond of serpents at all. And this card is a little gruesome for me. And yet it talks about huge transformation that maybe Scorpio will be able to see them. You know, as the serpent is coming through the eye orbits, maybe Scorpio will be able to see them in a different light. But right now, it's just straight up confusion. Scorpio's like, I don't know. I just don't know about them. Okay. So they don't know how to take this person. but this person seems to be smitten. So how do they even come across each other? I'm still trying to figure out who this person is in Scorpio's world. They appear to be 10 of coins and the action of wands, but it's this, I don't know if somebody's a motorcycle rider or if they're a bit of a rebel, or there's somebody who comes through town here and there. Maybe they patronize a business that Scorpio works at. They could be quite well off. They could be also someone who they meet Scorpio through like a family situation or through a business situation, but they seem to be single and kind of aloof. And yet the Scorpio seems to be really warm, really, like friendly and really typically very family oriented. But this person seems to come across as a bit of like, I don't know if it's a bad boy or bad girl kind of vibe, but they are kind of like, they're the lone rider. They ride alone. They're out there doing their own thing. Adventures of Natural. Good to see you, honey. It's not really a shock to me that this person would kind of blast through the Scorpio's life, and the Scorpio doesn't have enough information about them to understand that this person is super passionate about them. Because I feel like they come through like a blur, and maybe they do that repetitiously. Like maybe this person, if they do travel or something and they just stop wherever Scorpio is, like on their travels, say Scorpio runs a restaurant or something, and they pass by when they travel back and forth. I know it's highly specific, but I'm just trying to give an example of this. They are intentionally passing by more frequently because they think all the time about Scorpio, but Scorpio does not know that that's why they do it. They're like, I don't know, this person must just travel a lot. They come back and forth. Maybe they're not that great with words either. So it's like, I don't even know why they keep eating at my restaurant. I never get the vibe that they even like the food. They're always kind of awkward. I don't get what this is. This person is hoping for inspiration to get those words out, to express how they feel. They admire the Scorpio a heck of a lot, and Scorpio does not know it yet. So this person hasn't been able to convey how they feel. There's an aloofness to them. Let's go with a blunt, colorful deck here. Okay, what do we need to know about this person? Knight of Swords, that they're about to take action. Okay, so this is someone who has been building up the courage, and at some point they're just going to blurt it out. It may not come out super smooth. We don't know yet, but it may not. Jasmine Angel 1111, so delighted to see you. Thank you for being here tonight. We have the Moon and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so whatever they blurt out, it could be still kind of confusing. I said, what do we need to know about this person? Is that they're about to take action. It could be something that Scorpio does not expect. They do not see this coming, and so it could further confuse them. Unfortunately, we keep seeing confusion. This is like, okay, wait, does this person just randomly tell everybody that they love them? Because maybe it's going to be a big, like, I'm captivated by you. I think I should marry you. And the Scorpio is going to be like, okay, so how many times today did they say that to someone? They might just take it and shrug it off like, oh, it's just words. This person, though, may really mean it. They just don't have the grace to say it properly. This is a kind of an interesting storyline on this, because this is a person who's, I'm not sure why they don't like do something to lead up to like, hey, Scorpio, I'd like to get to know you. I'm interested, show some. They go from 0 to 100 is what this looks like. But again, we already described them as somebody who had kind of like their heart was a little bit rusty. Yeah, Judgment in the reverse. So that changes the story. Is this someone that Scorpio thought they would never hear from? Did they actually have a connection with this person once upon a time? And this person, although Scorpio might have offered them like, hey, we could have a family together, we could do this, and they were always the Lone Ranger. They didn't want anything. They wanted not much at all. That could explain why the Scorpio's like, I don't know, that person was just confusing to me. They didn't stick around. I don't know where they're at. I certainly don't expect that they're thinking of me. This person is like consumed with thoughts of Scorpio. But with this Judgment card in the reverse, whatever message they suddenly send, and the swords are communication, it's not going to clear up the confusion for Scorpio. In fact, if anything, they're like, okay, so I guess that was a goodbye message. I guess I don't know why they did this, but I don't think I'm responding to this. I think Scorpio is just going to continue to be confused by them because this person still isn't being clear. Ace of Cups. Okay, there's our clarity. They are going to have to work a little harder. They're going to have to come in and offer their cup in a very straightforward manner. Not something that feels, even they have been giving this a lot of thought behind the scenes, when they actually blurt something out, it could come out rough and unfinished and just confusing, especially considering the backstory that we've seen that they had with Scorpio. They need to come in and say something that makes sense to the Scorpio's ears, where it's very clear, I love you, Scorpio. Not, hey, do you think that you could fall for me? You know, I really feel strongly about you. I know I didn't take, action in the past. I just kept driving past you, even though maybe in the past I had an opportunity with you. Whatever this is, they need to actually come in clear and concise and crisp. Say what you mean what you say. 9 of Wands, 2 of Cups. Okay, so this is that possibly soulmate twin flame vibe. If they really want this with Scorpio now, and this is starting to feel like, okay, so it's been a long time. So they did know Scorpio before. This is the twin flame journey storyline. Okay, that puts a lot of things into perspective. This is not some random person who's just fallen in love with Scorpio from afar and, didn't expect to feel love and so doesn't quite know how to handle it. And this is their first time dating in a long time. This is somebody who already had a chance with Scorpio, already knew that Scorpio was their person, but wasn't ready for it in the past. Now time has passed and they are trying to enter back onto the scene, but they don't know what to lead with. How do I open up the door? How do I get Scorpio interested in me? They want to know, would Scorpio ever want to give to me again? But they don't have a right to ask that question. They just need to come in and put themselves on the line, is what this looks like. Because anything less than that is just going to confuse our Scorpio. I don't get what you're doing. You're not coming in to offer me anything. You're kind of coming in with these kind of semi statements about, what I want to give to you. Nah, that's not the way that's going to play out. They'll get nothing out of Scorpio if they play it that way. They have to come in and actually say all of it. You're the person I've been on my way back to maybe my whole life. You're the person that I actually love. You're the person that I want to fight for this. I want to heal this. I want you in my life. I'm willing to put in effort. Like that 9 of Wands is they got to be willing to fight for it in this storyline. Now, doesn't mean that they have to do this, right? It's just saying that would be the preferred choice. If we're trying to help this storyline go somewhere instead of just flounder and be kind of strange and confusing, this would be like, and I would argue in life in general, definitive action is kind of always the best way to like say what our heart really wants right out of the gate, to say yes if we mean yes, to say no if we mean no, to say that I care, I love you, I want this. All those things certainly expedites things and it lets somebody know where they stand. And I think this has been a problem with this person all along. They don't know how to express how they actually feel, what they actually mean. So they never let anybody know where they stand with them, especially when it's a Scorpio. It's a matter of the heart and it's a matter of like a connection that could be so deep and so profound that has been tabled or shelved for such a long time. And now they want to open that back up. They're going to have to do some heavy lifting on this. They don't get to tell the Scorpio to come put oil in my joints and help me move around again and let me get comfortable with you. They have to come into Scorpio. They're going to have to like loosen up the Scorpio so Scorpio will give to them. They have to get beyond their own blockages is what this looks like to me. That's what the help is. Hanged Man, they know it. They know they have got to operate differently. They have to be the ones. They got to see this through a different lens. Scorpio's not going to help them to, and Scorpio's going to be like, okay, we're playing charades. I think what you're trying to say is 2 words, or 3 words. I love you. Like Scorpio's not going to do that. They're not doing any of the heavy lifting. It's all on their shoulders. And if they can't do it, then they're going to have to go ahead and just leave Scorpio alone because that exit sign is in the back. It's like they got to figure out how to do this and make it work, or they're going to have to leave Scorpio alone and forever hold their peace. We've got a King of Swords in the reverse. Oh, this person still doesn't know how to say it. How do I do it? How do I say this? It's up to them still to figure that out, not Scorpio. So let's go ahead and let's change decks one last time. And say, so how does this storyline play out? Because this person they're putting in effort, they're putting in thought. The World card, the Prince of Wands in the reverse, and the Prince of Cups upright. Okay, Well, if they come to this conclusion on their own, this is Sophia. She's Greek for wisdom. Shh, 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 shh. My love, hush, hush. Sorry, Aries was about to start barking, and he may still yet. It's a good thing I'm at the end of this because he can get real loud. The World card is a new beginning, but it only comes once they have the wisdom that they can't come across like a player, and they were like that in the past. Remember, motorcycle rider over here, the lone rider. They were kind of blasting past Scorpio, interested, tantalizing, but not really making a real offer. They have to come in and give a real offer with this Prince of Cups. It still is a Prince's energy, which is the Knight's energy, the action taker, but that's the bottom line. They if they can realize that they can't come across as somebody who's just here for, a good time, not a long time. If they can come in with an emotional offer and say, can I build something with you? Because Cupid's arrow struck my heart with you a very, very, very long time ago. It's always been you. But now I want to actually be present. I want to invest because I want to be around you. If they have the wisdom to start fresh like that, instead of, side swiping with words of passion and then hoping that they get a reaction out of Scorpio that they want, if they have the wherewithal and the understanding and the wisdom to realize, I need to actually pursue this from an emotional standpoint, not just a passionate one, there's a chance that this could work. I mean, again, it kind of looks like they're going to have to get Scorpio on board for this. And that is, I don't know why this person seems to have been so reluctant. The fact that we saw that King of Swords, they kind of choke on words. They don't quite know how to get like words of love out. Maybe that's just it. Maybe that's why this relationship didn't get off the ground before, because they didn't know how do you express emotions and love. Some people are very fluent at it and others are not. Especially when this isn't just love. This is not an ordinary love. This is something very, profound. It's life altering because it lasts no matter what, no matter the distance, no matter the time. This is still the person that stays on their mind. I think that's why they began with, I hope I can find some divine inspiration that helps me to say the things that I need to say to someone, to Scorpio. I need them to understand how I feel. It's a lot to try to digest. I don't know if I've done this storyline justice at all to try to express how is this person really feeling. They were wishing for a shortcut. We can definitely see that. They were wishing for, God, if only I could just transplant my emotions into Scorpio's head so they knew how I felt, and then Scorpio could do the same for me so I knew how they felt about me. Sometimes isn't vocabulary just cumbersome? That's really what this storyline is saying. But that's also a beautiful tool as long as we care enough to find the way to pursue this where it can express what our heart really wants, and then we can back it up with actions. So this person has to look at vocabulary as a tool and not an agent of stress and discord and confusion. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave that there. JH, thank you so much. That is so beautiful. I appreciate it so much. You guys are so generous and so kind. Thank you, everybody. Juliet, thank you, honey. It's so great to see you. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. Yeah, Norma, that is so true. Everyone wants to hear from their loved ones that they are loved. That is absolutely so true. And even from friends, and even just to know that people are important. And on that note, you guys are so important to me. I missed you while I was away, which is a crazy thing to say about an online forum, right? Where I've never met anyone, in real life. And yet you guys are such a part of my world. And thank you so much for being a part of my world. I mean that so sincerely. It totally is like, I smile so much because I've gotten to know a lot of you over the years having this channel. And so thank you. Norma, you're so awesome. I love your sense of humor too. Carmel Neville, I hear you. No shortcuts with you. Yeah, I know shortcuts can cut out the good parts, right? Sometimes it's nice to expedite stuff, but on the other hand, the journey and especially the words of emotion can be some of the best parts. So hi, Greg. So glad you're out there today. Well, tonight, I should say. I know it's midnight, isn't it? All right. I was going to try to do a Fucus tonight, but I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, and I'll do a Fucus and Gemini and Cancer. Those are the only 3 zodiacs I didn't get to today. Everybody else has one out. You guys, don't forget, I'm going to be going live on the 10th, and I will do some free reads for subscribers and also do some giveaways. So I hope I will see all of you there. Don't miss it. It's always fun to do some giveaways and things, and I'm really looking forward to it. So lots of love to you guys. My Aries is woofing at me. I think there's deer out there. They've been eating up the garden while I was away. So I must go tend to things. All right, you guys. Lots of love to everybody. Oh, Norma, that's wonderful. You deserve to be loved. Everybody deserves to be loved and to know it. So if no one said it to you guys lately, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Bye, everyone. Good night. Thank you again, Monica. Bye. Aries, come here, my darling.